Old Testament book of Esther, there is a young Jewish woman who became the queen of a great nation. She was chosen by King Xerxes in his quest to find a new queen.
You guys are so great. Cheers. Cheers. Servant?
Yes, King.
Bring me my queen.
Okay.
Pronto. You guys are gonna love her.
Queen, the king wants you to come to dinner with them.
No, that's wrong. I'm not going to show my body off.
Okay, I'll tell him. King, yes. The queen refuses to come down and show off her body in front of these men. How dare she?
New queen.
Yeah.
I need to send off my servants.
Cheers to that.
New queen.
Woo!
I must choose a new queen, bring all the beautiful women in the palace, and the one who pleases me the most will be my new wife.
An abundance of women were brought to the palace.
You must go to the palace, Esther. It is required of you. Yes, Mordecai. Esther, wait. There's something you must know. You cannot let anyone know that you are a Jew. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Goodbye, Mordecai.
I feel happy and fine, ha-ha! Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Having got a lot, I don't need a lot, coffee's only a dime. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Just think about me, understand.
I know you like me. I know you do. That's why whenever I come around, she's all over you. And I know you want it. It's easy to see. And in the back,
You guys can be excused. I'm going to throw a feast in favor of my new queen. Yesterday's Latin Honor Society meeting was like really awesome.
Yeah, Miss Freeze is the coolest.
Get it? Coolest Miss Freeze?
Did you know 60% of the English language is derived from Latin?
I didn't know that.
Well, if you were in the Latin Honor Society, we talk about Latin all the time. It's so awesome. You should join.
I'll think about it.
Cool.
So, Mate, you should join SPC's Latin Honors Society. And remember,
The king still did not know that Esther and Mordecai were Jews. There was a terrible man named Haman that lived in the kingdom. As he walked down the street, people bowed down to him. But as he passed Mordecai, Mordecai refused to. He did this because he only worships one person, God. Haman was outraged.
I will not bow down to you. Why not? Because I only praise the one true God.
Haman made a plan and went straight to the king's palace. He told the king that there was a group of people on his land that disrespected him and his laws, and would soon cause trouble for the king and his kingdom.
King? Haven? Who are these people?
O king, they are the Jews. Your Majesty, I have a plan to get rid of them.
The king sent out Haman's message to the kingdom, demanding to get rid of all of the Jews. Mordecai and his friends heard this news. They began to fast and cry. Esther heard the crying and sent out her servants to find out what was happening. Esther was told about Haman's plan and the king's proclamation. Mordecai sent a special message to Esther. He wanted her to go before the king and plead for her friends, the Jews, to be saved.
Esther, this is from Mordecai.
I can't believe this is happening. I cannot go to the inner court of the kings unless he has called for me. It is against the law. I have not seen the king for many days. I could be killed if he does not hold out his scepter to me.
You cannot remain silent. If you do, you will be destroyed along with all of your friends, the Jews. Maybe this was the reason God has made you the queen at this time.
Esther agreed to go to the king.
Tell Mordecai to get all of the Jews to fast and pray for 3 days. I will go to the king. If I perish, I perish.
Yes, Queen.
On the third day, Esther put on her royal robes and went before the king. As Esther approached the king, he held out his golden scepter to her.
What do you wish for, Queen Esther? Whatever you want, I will give you even half of my kingdom.
If it pleases the king, would you and Haman come to a banquet I have prepared for you both today?
Servant,
Yes, my king?
bring Haman quickly so that we may do as Esther has asked.
Haman, report to the castle. You've been invited to the queen's banquet.
Okay.
So the king and Haman went to the banquet that Esther had prepared. After they arrived, the king once again asked,
What is it that you want, Queen Esther? Whatever it is, I will give it to you.
If the king is pleased with me, I ask that you free me and my people.
Who would ever dare hurt you or your family?
It's him.
The king hangs Haman, the Jews are no longer in danger, and Mordecai is made the new prime minister.
Okay, the moral sense of Scripture tells us how to act. Esther's story teaches us how to act and tells us to stand up for what we believe in. It also shows us that if we do good things for others, God will do good things for us. Esther teaches us to stay strong in our faith even when the going gets rough. God will always be there for us.
What is the anagogical sense of the story of Queen Esther?
Well, Shannon, the events in this story relate to our final destiny in heaven because Esther spoke out and professed her faith despite the fact that she could have been persecuted. If we trust in God and don't deny our faith and act with Esther's integrity, we can live fulfilling, faithful lives and spend eternity with God in heaven. Hey Cassandra, what are you reading?
I'm evaluating the allegorical sense of the story of Queen Esther.
Oh my gosh, Shannon, come here. She's about to tell us the allegorical sense.
Tell us, please. Well, if you insist. In the story, Esther is a Jew, but when she is chosen to be the new queen, she doesn't tell the king because she knows she would be punished. When she hears of the plan to kill the Jews, she tells the king she's a Jew, so he cancels the plan so Esther saves the Jews. The story relates to Jesus' life because he himself is a Jew and he saves his people, which is us. Mordecai sent Esther to the king to save the Jews, just like God sent Jesus to save us from sin.
You like sit down, like on your butt. No! No, like sit down. No, sit down on your butt.
Sit down on your butt.
Bloopers, guys, bloopers.
This is really easy to get up.
Seriously?
Sit on your butt. There you go. Swing your legs over.
I don't like heights either.
I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave me here.
Sarah.
I'd rather jump in and swim.
No.
Shannon, you can't do that.
I won't.
Shannon, look at me like this. Okay, ready?
Okay. You got this? Are you in character right now?
How do you zoom in? Okay.
You can't even walk.